The next thing we want to do here is put a window in here. So we're going to go to the Architecture tab Window command. Now this time we're not going to use a window that's been preloaded, but instead we're going to go to the Load family along the top and find the UK folder. Scroll down until we find Windows, and then single click on one of the windows. Now if you use the arrow button on your keyboard, you can scroll down through having a look at them until you find a window that you are happy with. So I'm going to pick that. I'm going to have a 3-panel window, I think, actually. Scroll down. Ooh. Yeah, I'll go for that one. So I'm going to click OK, open rather. Just loads in. Now it brings it up in your type selector, but if you click on the drop down arrow, you'll notice that it's given you a variety of sizes. So I'm going to pick 1810 wide by 1210 deep. Now when you put the window in the wall, you've got to make sure that you are on the correct side. You want to be on the outside of the wall. And again, you can use those blue numbers either side just to check that it's being centered, and then click. Okay. So there is a window. So I've escaped now out of the window command by pressing the escape button twice. So there's our basic layout of a hotel room. We could stick a little bit of furniture in there. We're going to go to the component command. We have again a selection of preloaded components, but I'm going to go to the load family. And let's have a look at furniture, beds, choice of beds. That looks suitable for a hotel room. Yeah, we'll go for that one. Okay, spacebar will rotate it to the desired angle. And then as you move it over, it locks onto the wall. And I might put a little bit of other furniture in there as well. See what else we've got here. Storage. And we'll scroll down through the storage, just looking for the dresser. Pair of wardrobes over there. See what sizes of this they've got. Not particularly small. Okay, let's have a little look what other furniture we can find. Okay, so we'll have a little look at this now in our 3D view. And we'll see what this looks like so far. Right, so we can see we've got that piece of furniture the wrong way round. What I'm going to do here, make it a bit easier, click on that, drag the arrows down and chop off the ceiling so I can now see into this room a bit better. Okay, so that furniture needs spinning around. So I'll click on that, flip it over, check back in 3D. Oh, it's got the wrong one in there. Let's swap that. We should have had the one without Bassett on that one. Oh, which looks quite different. So we'll go back here. Use these blue arrows to flip them and then drag it up against the wall. Okay. Now we've got a bit of furniture in our hotel bedroom. So what we want to do now is look at a quick way of copying this across. So our hotel room, just use the little measurement command at the top of the screen there. So we can see that we've got 4.5 meters was our internal measurement, and our overall size internally was 39 meters by the time we knock off the wall. Okay, so I'm going to do 8 hotel rooms, and that'll leave space for a smaller room or something else at the far end. So what I'm going to do here, now there's a couple ways you can highlight things. I could do left to right, click and drag the mouse over. That highlights everything that you completely cover. I could do right to left. That highlights everything you touch. Now in that case, you see it would highlight the external walls. So we don't want to do that. You could also, if you've got a few things and you don't want to grab too many extra things, you can hold down the control button on the keyboard and multi-select the items, going around picking which ones you want. So there's a few different methods of how to do that. Okay, so I've now selected, just that one more wall, there we go. So I've now selected all my walls and furniture and doors and window. I'm now going to use the array command, which you can see I'm pointing to at the top of the screen. So it looks a bit like 4 little squares. We have to look at the options bar. We've got group and associate ticked. So it's going to group those objects into single units, which will make things a bit easier for us. We want 8 of them. Important here that you move to second is the option we're going to use. Now, what we then do, we can put the cursor somewhere over here on this wall, click the mouse, go directly across, and then be on the outer face of the partition wall by there. We click that, and we get multiple copies of this room repeated across the building. But you do notice this does happen sometimes. We've got these walls have come out a little bit, and we don't want that. So we're going to just click OK there. We know that's overlapping. So we're going to click on one of these, double click, and then single click onto the wall. Now, when we've clicked on this internal partition wall here, there's a blue dot on the end of it, and we can just drag it back to that wall there. Then I'll go to this wall and click on that wall and drag it back again. And then we can press this big green tick over here, and all of those have been edited for us. So now when we look at our 3D view, we have our building with a row of hotel rooms. But we want to repeat that on subsequent floors. So what I am going to do is go to my elevation that looks at those windows, which will be the south elevation in my instance. Okay, I'm now going to click on each of these windows, holding down the control button as I do. And because we grouped and associated them all together, it's going to highlight all of the things inside that hotel room as well. Then I'm going to press the array command. I'm going to click over here somewhere. Now I know from my levels that there are 3 meters between each of the floors. Got to remember to say how many of them I want. I want 3. So I'm going to point straight up now and type in 3000. Oh, no, just find the 3000. Zoom in a little bit to make it a bit easier. And there we go, 3000. And then click with the mouse. And now it's replicated that throughout the building. And if you haven't done the right number, before you click anything else, you can just adjust the number of them by here. So if you had done extra floors or if you wanted one less, you can just make that adjustment. Click off it and you can see that we have our hotel rooms filling the entire side of that hotel. So that covers adding the windows, a bit of furniture, and then using the array command to quickly duplicate elements throughout the hotel.